The secret to financing multiple SBA 504 projects, okay? The secret really is the SBA 504 Green program. The SBA 504 Green program enables you to have collectively an aggregate of $16.5 million in total SBA loan proceeds, okay? Typically, you're capped at $5 million. You could have multiple SBA loans, but you're capped at $5 million. Now, what is the SBA 504 Green program? So you guys might be familiar with the traditional SBA 504 program. There's a senior loan, there's a junior loan. The junior loan is essentially the SBA piece. You can get a total of up to 90% of total project costs financed with a 504. So you can have, let's say you had a $10 million project, right? $5 million would be senior debt, $4 million would be junior debt, and then $1 million, 10% would be equity injection, okay? So that would be, it's basically a 50-40-10, right? Borrower equity is 10% of total project cost. So the SBA piece, the 40%, is what's calculated in SBA, total SBA aggregate. So if, let's say you're moving into an existing building. If you retrofit the building and let's say you add LED lightings or you added solar, what you need to do to qualify for the SBA 504 Green program is to add some kind of energy efficiencies that reduce consumption by 10%. And so what's the easiest way to do this? There's third-party engineering companies that work within and understand the SBA 504 Green program. They work off your plans, or they come to the property and they'll do an engineering report. And typically what they look for is the low-hanging fruit. Where can we, for the lowest cost, what can we do to reduce energy consumption by 10%? They give us a letter. That's what the SBA needs. Now you're able to have an aggregate of $16.5 million of the SBA proceeds. So that means, what that means for this particular project is that you can have, instead of $5 million, you can have up to $5.5 million, and then whatever the senior loan is, right? So you can do projects upward of $20 million. And now, let's just say you had, on this project, we had $5.5 million. Well, you can only have $5 million collectively on a normal SBA transaction, and you wouldn't have any more bandwidth to get any more SBA financing. Well, because you did the Green program, you can have an aggregate of $16.5 million in SBA. So this, if you want to buy another building that you were expanding into, and another one after that. And remember, we're only counting SBA proceeds. We're not counting the senior debt. So it's a phenomenal program. It really is. So on energy reduction, it's a 10% energy reduction. On renewable energy, such as like renewable energy, could be like solar, could be thermal. But for the basic energy reduction, the project must be a new facility that is replacing an existing facility or a retrofit to an existing facility, and include technologies that reduce energy consumption by at least 10%. So if you're doing something with renewable energy, plant, equipment, and process upgrades of renewable energy sources, solar, wind, turbine, thermal, used to run a facility, or renewable fuel producers, for that, you have to hit an energy consumption reduction of 15% or greater. But most of what I'm dealing with is the first, which is the energy reduction, 10% reduction. Existing buildings, business must occupy 51%. We've stressed that. For new construction, applicant must occupy 60% of rentable square footage. May permanently lease to a third party up to 20%, and temporarily lease the additional 20%. Within 10 years, you need to be occupying 80% on new construction. On existing buildings, 51%. Anyways, I just wanted to, we've done some previous episodes on the 504 Green. I get a lot of calls regarding the 504 Green program. It is what I think is an amazing program for people out there that are expanding. their businesses, self-storage, businesses that are expanding locations to multiple sites. 504 Green is the way to get the best, highest leverage financing. Not to mention the junior loan, the SBA piece, let's call it. That is, once the debenture happens, that's fixed for 25 years. You have no rate fluctuation. It's really a phenomenal program. So the senior debt, that's negotiated with the bank we work with or the credit union. So what I do in the whole scheme of this is I help facilitate all of this, find the right bank, the right credit union, the right non-bank SBA lender that has an appetite for your project. So that's what we do. I hope this helps. The secret to financing multiple SBA projects. You heard it first on the Investor Financing Podcast. Thanks so much. Hi, if you'd like to book a call with me and discuss SBA financing, whether it's a 7A or 504, or you just don't know where to start, maybe it's a startup business, you're buying an existing business, you're buying a franchise, you're building a new office building, you want to expand your existing business, we have multiple solutions. I can walk you through the 7A and the 504 and the SBA loan process. And if you have any other questions on any other types of financing, I'm happy to book a call with you. The link's below. Look forward to seeing you soon. Hey guys, Beau here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.